Hey guys, and welcome back to World of Animals. So in today's video we are going to do something really special, and it's yet another escape, but not a typical aquascape. What we're going to do today is build another paludarium, but on a bigger scale. So in a previous video I've shown you my Crocodile-Skink, the Tribolognotus novaguinea. These are small lizards. They live around rivers and waterfalls in nature. So what they want is a enclosure that's half aquatic and half terrestrial. So they need a land part and a water column. And yeah, he's living currently in a small enclosure and he's simply outgrowing it. So I thought, let's build something else for him. And I will show you now how we get started today. This is a bigger tank of my few tanks that I have inside of my room, and you might know it. I've shown it in a couple of previous videos. It holds some different kinds of fish. Centerpiece fishes are here. These two Pelvicochromis pulcher, the common crevensis. But what we're going to do is take apart this whole tank, because we want to transform it into a paludarium, and I'm not really looking forward to it. It's annoying. You might be familiar with taking apart tanks if you already rescaped something in your life, because you always have so much stuff and you don't know where to put it. But yeah, I have to deal with that, I think. I will take all of these plants out and try to reuse them in the paludarium. I'll have to catch the fish and take out the whole substrate. I've got some new substrate for the paludarium, so yeah. And I can show you guys what I have prepared so far. So you might be wondering what this thing is. This here is going to be the skeleton of the land part. This will go into the tank, and it leaves a gap in the front. So in the front will be the water column, and underneath this, and on top of it, we're going to put soil and plants and everything for the terrestrial part. And I also have some bigger pieces of wood, some tubing that we need, and different kinds of soil. So for the aquatic part, we have the JBL volcano-mineral and JBL plant soil, and for the terrestrial part, some pine bark, and I have lots of lava rock, and I also have some other bigger pieces of lava rock and some more wood, so we will be able to make a nice scape out of it. And after scaping it, we will go for the plants, but I'm not really sure what I want to have inside of there. We'll have to figure it out, I think. So I will start by taking apart the tank over here, and after that we will start scaping the thing. Hope you guys will like the video, but I will do that off camera because it's just boring. So see you guys in a couple of hours, I think. Wish me luck. So guys, now we've reached a point where we're ready to start with escape. And yeah, there's a little bit of water in the tank because I rinsed it from the out and from the inside. So I have a better view on what I'm doing right now. And now comes the big moment. Will the piece of plastic, I will explain that again, for the terrestrial part of the tank fit in there? Wish me luck. Okay. I'll just grab that bad boy and put it in. Okay. Nice. That looks pretty good. kinda good though. I thought there would be more space in the front, but I think it's okay. Let's put the light on the top again. Alright, cool. A better view for you guys. So this piece actually is made out of yeah, it's difficult to explain. You know, it actually looks like this. You need it when you paint a wall. You can rinse off your brush on this so it won't drip. And I just bought 12 of these. I think they were about €2. I cut them in size, tied them together with zip ties, and put some mosquito net over it, so soil for the terrestrial part won't fall down inside the water column. And yeah, like that we can have soil on top of it and in the front. And we have a water column of about 45 liters, so we can actually livestock the water part. And that was one thing that I definitely wanted. I'm not sure what I want to put in there, maybe shrimp or some tiny nanofish, but we will see once we're finished. So now I have to figure out where I put the tubing for the external filter, and then we can actually start with the hardscape. So now I set the tubing up, mainly at least. We have the intake over here, stopping at the front, so everything that falls into the water at the front will get sucked into there. It goes underneath the plastic here and up there and into the filter, and the outtakes here. And I think I will try to create some sort of waterfall over here with a hardscape. So let's get into the hardscape now, because we're so far finished for the technology we use in here. It's not that heavy and not that big of a deal. So I will start with the rocks and the wood, I think, and we will see where we will get. I think I figured something pretty cool out here. We got some branches over here to keep the soil in the back and don't fall into the water, and we have this big piece of wood right here that reaches into the water column, and I will fix the tubing over here so we create a waterfall, and it flows down the piece of wood and into the water right there. So now I will go and grab some of this lava rock and place it around, and after that we can add the substrate. What I did now is starting with a small layer of the volcano mineral and put a bigger layer of the plant soil, both from JBL, on top of it. And yeah, it's pretty dark, so there's the blur, I'm sorry for that, but the reflection. But yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe I fill some more back there. Yeah, but I fixed that, and then I will put the substrate for the plants, for the terrestrial plants, on top of it. And after that, we probably are ready to go for filling the water column up and testing everything. For the terrestrial part, I started with another layer of the volcano mineral, because even terrestrial plants will take it, and I don't want the water to touch the earth, the soil that comes up above. And then I put there a big layer of the pine bark, and on top of that now comes some regular coconut fiber, and then I will start to fill up the tank. Hopefully it will work out, and once I'm finished we can start planting. So that's what the finished scape looks like. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm noticing that I did a small mistake here that shouldn't splash around there. Well, no problem to fix, but the filter's up and running, and that because of that it's so cloudy right now. It was clearer before. You probably saw that in some takes I shot. Shots I take. Okay. But eventually that will go away in a few hours or days. The substrate up above soaked up some of the water already, and that's an effect I wanted to have, so it's constantly wet, what it's supposed to be for the plants going in here. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool so far. Now comes the planting part. I will wait with that until it's clear and until the earth up above is soaked completely, but then I can go ahead and put some plants in here, and then it's basically ready for the skink, at least. Not for fish or shrimp in the water column, but the skink doesn't need the water to cycle. And by the way, the filter is already cycled completely because I used it before we redscaped this tank, so I didn't change anything on it or about the filter media, and I didn't even rinse it out because I wanted to keep the beneficial bacteria in there. And like this, there shouldn't be any problem with nitrite or nitrate.